are we? Where are we in our transitional phase? How are you doing? How is your sleep? How is your anxiety? What's coming up for you? Okay, let me know. I am in the throes of putting together a new course to really support women, and it's going to be quite exclusive. The first time I run it, I'm probably only going to run it with like 5 people in it, and on a one-to-one basis as well, so that I can get lots of feedback, what works, what's, you know, what extra things you want and need and stuff. So yeah, so be with me through this, and yeah, give me lots and lots of feedback so that I know. Okay, so today's topic, we are talking about how menopause can also be seen as a spiritual awakening. Okay, it's not just about a massive change in our physicality, which of course it is. You know, we know the periods stop, we get hot flushes, and we're getting older. Great, but it's not an ending. Okay, it's a beginning. It's a sacred shift, which is what I call this group, and how we are going to approach it as this beautiful time, this sacred shift. And it is an invitation to awaken. Okay, so I love that, to awaken to who we are fully, completely in this process. So in modern life, we are busy. Okay, we're hustling, and menopause will often get reduced to just simply hot flushes, mood swings, and, you know, but basically all about hormones. We just talk about hormones all the time. But what I want us to do is step back, okay, and listen to it a little more deeply. And when you do that, when you take a moment to step back and look at the all-encompassing of what is amazing in menopause and what it is that we experience, you'll find something way more powerful. It's like a gateway, okay, a spiritual awakening. We go through so much, not just physical changes, we go through emotional and spiritual changes. And it's a real chance to come home to ourselves. I'm really disappointed with how my light is. I look so dark here. Yeah, it's a chance for you to come home to yourself, and it is what I call a sacred shift. So in Chinese medicine, the menopause is often referred to, and I love this, it's referred to as the second spring. So, and when you think of spring, that's like a rebirth, isn't it? You know, spring, winter is when everything dies off. Spring is like when everything's born, and the newness of the year. So this is your newness. This is your second newness, your second spring. And it's not just poetic. It's actually, when you think of it as a second spring, it's a real big shift in energy. Okay, menopause is kind of like pause, stop, but a second spring is a movement forward. Okay, really changes the whole energy around this thing, this menopause, this sacred shift, this second spring. And it marks the transition as to more of an outward focused place in your life. So often others, the first half of the life can be more inward. It can be more self-honoring phase, but this time it's different. So think about it. After years and years of caregiving, achieving, doing everything, the menopause really does what it says. It invites us to just pause, to reflect, and to ask yourself, who am I now? Who am I now? What do I truly want? And what wisdom have I gathered? So I'm going to pop those in the comments, those questions, because I want you to answer them. Who am I now? What do I truly want? And that's important, truly. Not what am I expected to want? And what wisdom have I gathered? Okay. Those are the questions I want you to answer. Okay. And see what comes up for you. So let's think of this as a kind of spiritual invitation. So here's the truth that many don't talk about. Menopause cracks us open. Breaks us down and it cracks us open. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. And in that cracking open, we are asked to release what no longer serves us. Okay, so we don't need to put up with the bullshit anymore. We shed those outdated roles, we let go of perfectionism, and we soften. But we become fierce all at once. Yeah? We soften and we become fierce. Now, this whole transition can feel very messy. It can feel lonely. And it can even feel frightening. I have shared often my experience of sitting on my bed and sobbing and not knowing who I was anymore. Okay? So we can really feel those things. We can feel lonely, we can feel frightened, it's messy. It might be beautiful, but it can still be messy. And underneath all of this is a remembering and a return to your true essence. And many women describe feeling more connected to their intuition than ever before during this time, which I think is wonderful. The veil lifts, and old boundaries dissolve, and the deep inner voice we may have ignored for years and years and years, suddenly it speaks, and it's loud. Yeah. And you know, we celebrate things like puberty, weddings. Yeah, we celebrate those things, but we don't celebrate menopause. We just kind of suffer it silently. Anyone else do that? Anyone else just go, oh yeah, I'm just suffering silently, yeah. But what if we really honoured it instead? And what if we treated menopause as a sacred rite of passage? The sacred rite of passage that it actually really is. We could have a ceremony, yeah? We could have a whole ceremony. We could mark this beautiful transition. We can light a candle and write a letter to our younger self. Plant a seed. And we can share our journey as well. My classes and my groups are a perfect place to share it. I do 6-week blocks of classes where we focus on a goal and we focus on a theme. And they're a really wonderful place to share and share your experience. You know, these are places where your experience is welcomed and held, and let's talk about it. Creativity. Many women find this phase unlocks new creativity within them. We can write, dance, sing, paint, and let this energy really move through you. Some women, you know, really, really amazing women, like, who's the Hay House? Louise Hay, is it? Who does like the wellness books and self-care books. She didn't start till she was in her 60s. You know, this is amazing stuff. You know, and I'm here in my menopause phase. I'm 49, and I'm starting to build this community, build this whole community around Kundalini yoga and the menopause. You know, my creativity at the moment is just off the charts. So notice where yours is coming up as well. So, and as a Kundalini yoga teacher, I see the menopause as like the perfect time to really reconnect with that subtle energy. You know, our energy is what we work with all the time. Our energy is what I'm always talking about. In all of my classes, it's like feel the energy go through you. We use breath work, which is our pranayama. Yes, a prana is your life force. We use our breath work, meditation, a mantra. These all support the nervous system. And your nervous system is, you know, wants to be balanced, calm. We want to balance our emotions. And there are Kundalini practices. If you don't know Kundalini, then I highly suggest you join one of my classes. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. UK time. Join a class, experience Kundalini for yourself, and see what it does for you. And within those, there's a kriya. A kriya means action or work. So we do a kriya. We do different kinds of kriyas, and they have different goals, for want of a better word. And things like sat kriya, where we chant satnam by pulling in the navel on the sat nam, sat nam, sat nam. Kirtan kriya, which is the satanama, satana, and any kind of meditation for intuition. These practices are potent, so potent. really, really strong tools which during this transition will support you. They'll gently guide you back to your center, back to your truth. It's like the rebirth of you. Yeah, it's really wonderful. So I just want you to always remember that this time, this midlife time, it's not the end of your vibrancy. It is the blooming of your power. Nothing is sexier than a confident woman. And in your sacred shift, if you can start to really harness it and feel the energy and feel the power and do the yoga, do the meditation, do the practices, I'm creating a thing called the Grace Kriyas, which grace is your grounding, releasing, awakening, connection and embodying. And when you can really harness the grace in every day, you'll be able to really live into this beauty and to live into this potent time of yours. And with this sacred shift comes wisdom and clarity and sovereignty. Your soul will shine. It is a time to stop shrinking. Stop shrinking. Expand. Stand tall and be comfortable and beautiful in your skin. And you can repeat after me, I am not fading, I am rising. Let's do that now, hand on heart. I am not fading, I am rising. 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 So next time you hear the word menopause, I want you to smile quietly, because we know that there is something so much deeper, and we know that this menopause, it's our awakening. It's a really beautiful time. So thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you.